Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach. It's going to be the round 8 review, and what a round it was. What a round it was. It was a monstrous scoring round. There were tons galore, massive scores. I really didn't know where I sat in terms of rankings this week, but as you can see, 1339 or 1,339. We jumped up 777 places. I didn't know. I was like, are we going to stay level? Are we going to drop spots? Are we going to go up? Surprisingly, we actually did move up. I mean, it probably shouldn't be surprisingly. Getting, close to 1350, you shouldn't really see red arrows like at 6,000 rank overall, but it was a really high scoring round. I mean, it's one of those ones where, of course, when people are talking about their scores, you're going to get most of the people that went well. And there were so many 14s, 1,500 scores that I saw. I was nervous, but yeah, I mean, it was. I will say one of the more frustrating good scores though, because I mean, again, you can't be annoyed with a 1,300 plus, but I can be, because once again, the captaincy, I just cannot get the curse of the captains, bro. It is fucking absolutely sending me. Also, our fullbacks are just an absolute disarray, but we'll get into it. Also, one thing I will say, I did change my trades a little drastically, and I do apologize because I don't usually like to change anything too much without like letting people know. Not that it really matters. Like I obviously don't want people to necessarily copy what I do or anything like that, but I like to at least let you guys know what's happening, and I don't want to say I'm doing something and then completely differ, but there was a reason for it. So let us go into the team and how she went. Also, I'll go through the trades quickly before we run down the team. So, Billy Smith obviously still came in. He came in for Arthurs or Shibazaki, whoever it was. And the one change, I ended up going Kiraz instead of Herbie Farnworth. Now, this one, so simply put, the main reason I did this, and like again, this one wasn't necessarily like that big a deal, because like I said in the video, either or were fantastic pickups. You could go Herbie, you could go Kiraz. They were both great pickups. I mean, Herbie was probably the smarter play because he had a lower break even, and he was bound to make more cash. This week Kiraz had he even dropped cash. Kiraz, he dropped like 20k, but the reason I went Kiraz was because I'm a Broncos supporter. I'm not going to lie, going into that game, I wasn't feeling overly confident. And I thought, you know what, this is a good chance. And I do this sometimes with betting as well, right? Like, we got Kiraz in because if the Dogs won and put some points on, then Kiraz obviously, I mean, not obviously, but he more likely has a pretty good game and scores well. And if Kiraz doesn't score that well, then the Broncos are probably a good chance of winning. So it was sort of a bet each way, basically. I'm boarding Kiraz. If he scores really well, the Dogs win. I'll be annoyed at that, but I'll be happy I have Kiraz. And then vice versa. If he doesn't score that well, the Broncos potentially win. Now, I didn't realize the game was torrential weather. I'm in North Queensland and it was beautiful, sunshine here. I hadn't checked the forecast for Brisbane. I turned on the footy and yeah, it was torrential. If I knew that, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have just gone with Herbie because, I mean, it was dour. And then during that game, dude. I mean, Kiraz got to 53 points, and this is why, like, Kiraz is just an absolute jet, right? He scored 53. He did not touch the ball for the first 20-odd minutes. He did not have a point. I'm pretty sure he was on negative points because his first run of the game, he got bundled into touch. So he didn't touch the ball. He didn't make a tackle. The Broncos just went bang, 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 bang. And I was looking at, I couldn't help but laugh. I was like, this is crazy. I I brought in Kiraz, and he's going to get his lowest score like of all time by a country mile. But second half, he obviously, I mean, he had a couple of offloads. He barely had any tackle busts, which again, I mean, it was a heavy track. It was wet. He the footwork was tough, so he wasn't going to be busting that many tackles. Offloading, he wasn't going to be offloading as much, but he got that nice try assist. I mean, again, he upgraded a lot because of, I mean, they didn't give him the try assist at the time, but it was like, surely he did the majority of the work. I mean, obviously the kicker gets it, but the effort to compete, to grab it, and then offload in the tackle, I mean, he obviously had to get the try assist, so I knew he was going to update to about 50. So yeah, we'll take the 53. Obviously, Herbie did score more, but it could have been worse. I mean, Herbie, this is the other thing with Herbie. I was like, they're up against the Raiders. I thought it was a pretty tough matchup. For some reason, I thought he was on the other side. I thought he was up against the young, strange Chris side. For some reason, it slipped my mind that he was up against fucking Timoko and Fogarty, who are fucking awful defensively. My God. Looking at that opening like 20 minutes, I thought he's going to score like 3 tries in this one because Fogarty kept jamming in. Timoko didn't know what the hell he was doing. I was in all sorts, but thankfully he scored that try, and then the Raiders, like I thought they would. They were pretty strong. They ended up winning the game. So we lost a few points, but that was my reason. It was mainly for the Broncos. So it is what it is. That was the one change. And then the other big change, the other big trade I ended up making was, as you can see, Nico Hines. We boosted. I got rid of Tommy Starling and brought in Nico Hines. Now, I mean, honestly, it just made sense to me. It just made sense to me. Nico Hines, he did lose a bit of cash. He had like about 100 break even, so it wasn't like necessarily the best time to buy him. But I thought, you know what, take on the Tigers. You could get a little jump start on people because, I mean, Hines at a tick over 600k. Like, how can you not get him? Like, he's still averaging like a tick under 70 points. He's the goal kicking halfback. Like, he's not Nico Hines of the last couple of years, but he's only 600,000. And obviously, I would much rather play Nico Hines over Starling. And the other big point about this, and I'm pretty sure I talked about it in my video, Sandon Smith. And it felt damn good because I've been saying for a while that I've wanted to play Sandon Smith, but a lot of times, like, I'm not going to reserve him because I've got 4 other decent players to reserve. But if I had him in my dummy half spot, I would be happy to play Sandon Smith because of the upside. Now, obviously, Mamazoulis is good for 45 to 50 every week, which is fine. But if you've got a guy that can go large, then you'd rather play him. Like, you might miss out on 20 points, but you can make, I mean, as you can see here, I wasn't expecting 130, but I felt confident. He's looked pretty good the last few weeks. Starling, he did score well this week. He did get a try assist. Actually, you know what? I think he got it downgraded. I think he was on like 70 odd. I think he got the try assist taken off him, so I think he ended up on 50 points, which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it feels pretty good. It's still, don't get me wrong, 50 points for Starling's fine, but this was the main reason I got in Hines, because I could then swing Sandon Smith to my starting dummy half, and I preferred to play him, and I also think Hines is just a good pickup. Like, Hines for 600k. Like, I would rather Hines than any of the other dummy halves. So, I feel pretty good. The trades feel pretty good. The one big issue is the fullbacks. Now, it's one of those ones, right? Like, I can't be too disappointed, but it's still annoying. Before lockout, I'd sort of confirmed to myself that I was going to use a boost. It was either going to be Gutho to Tedesco, or it was going to be what I did, which brought in Hines for Tommy Starling. Obviously, I ended up doing the Hines trade, and it obviously feels bad, but if I did the Gutho to Tedesco, obviously that game I would have been feeling great, but Then I would have had Starling and Mamazula. So I would have played one of them for their 50, which is fine. But then Sandon Smith would have been my backup halfback. And I might have played him, but I probably wouldn't have reserved Sandon Smith because I had pretty good options for my reserves. I probably just would have gone like a Horsburgh. So, I bring in Tedesco, who gets like 130. Then I lose Sandon Smith 130. But I brought in, as much as it's annoying that I got stuck with Gutho, because I wanted to trade him. There were plenty of people that were saying he's a hold. A lot of people wanted to sell him. It was very divisive. I got to be honest, I was pretty keen on selling him. The big scores are just, they're so unreliable for Gutho. Like, they were an anomaly. I'm not going to lie, those 130s, he got a few, but they are fucking an anomaly. Like, that is... he has to do so much to get that because he does not run the ball. He barely gets any tackle bust. He doesn't really offload. He needs all his points in try assists and line break assists and obviously tries. So, I wanted to get rid of him, but I preferred the Hines trade in. It worked out well, but... yeah, now we're stuck with Gutho, who has now fucking dropped like 80k, and fucking Tedesco like doubled his score in the last 10 minutes too, which fucking did me in, bro. But let's go through. So yeah, Sandon Smith 130. Could have been more. My God, how good was he? He was sensational, taking the line on. I mean, some of his play was fucking unreal. So I feel really good about having him at dummy half now. I'm confident playing him every week. Like, he's going to have the odd 30-point game, 20 to 30, but that's fine. I mean, he's shown he has a ceiling. And, like, it'll be interesting. I think, like, long-term goal now, obviously, Mamazula's, you can just hold for the season. I mean, you could, like, nuff him out at some point if you wanted to free up some cash. I don't hate that. But if you need him, play him. He's a 40 to 50 point guy. That's fine. Sandon Smith, he's obviously made cash. He'll make cash pretty quickly now. But hopefully, he could be like just a straight swap to Harry Grant. Even during Origin, basically when Sam Walker comes back and takes the goal kicking over, I feel like, I don't know, maybe Sandon Smith could still be a hold. I don't know. We'll weigh it up. I think the only trade I would do now is Sandon Smith to Harry Grant, either during Origin or after Origin, just for the run home, having Harry Grant. But I could see myself just holding Sandon Smith because with Walker back... yeah, he would lose the goal kicking, but you would expect more points. Like, Sammy Walker is an attacking guy, Sandon Smith very attacking, so there could just be more points to have. So we'll see what happens there, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it for the foreseeable future. The front row, monstrous. Payne Haas 123, Terrell May 118. Why don't I just fucking vice captain and captain these guys, dude? I haven't even talked about the captain. That's the biggest, dude. For how many big scores we had this week, it just it just feels so bad. Just for the fucking captain to shit itself again, dude. And then Tino with a 69. He did get a try assist off a massive forward pass, so we'll take it. Yeah, that's fine. Our back row, Eli Katoa, 73, had a beautiful try, plucking one out of the air. Hamoli with a 106 against the Panthers. I mean, granted, the Panthers are shit this year, but I didn't have massive hopes for my Manly boys, but they fucking killed it. I will take the big ton from Hamoli against Penrith any day of the week. Matty Nicholson with a 70. This was my... dude, I had the choice, so I feel like I've done a really good job with my sit starts this year. I've obviously left some points on the table any given week, but I feel like for the most part, I've picked them pretty well, which makes the captaincy calls just fucking do me in, bro. I cannot get the captaincy at all. I just can't get a captain fucking score or vice captain, bro. But I had the choice between Nicholson, Egan, and Horsburgh. I got to be honest, Egan was ruled out pretty quickly. I know he was starting, but I just thought that the bubble will burst eventually for Egan. I wasn't expecting him to keep playing 80 minutes, basically. He scored 30 points. He could... he's got a 61 break even. He could be a trade out pretty soon. It might not have to be this week, but yeah, definitely a guy to potentially go. But I don't mind holding him a week, even if he loses a bit of cash, just to see if the minutes go back a bit. We'll see. But then I had the choice between Nicholson and Horsburgh. I played Nicholson. Obviously, he scored that try, which is great. Horsburgh was on about fucking... he was on so many points after 30 minutes. I was like, oh my God, he had a forced dropout. He was in everything, big Horsburgh. But thankfully, the minutes... He didn't do a whole lot in his second stint. How many minutes did he actually play in this one? 54. I mean, mid 50s is pretty good for Horsburgh, which I can't understand why. There are some people that keep acting like Horsburgh is a sell, which is fucking doing my head in. I keep seeing a couple of guys being like, they keep acting like they're geniuses because they're acting like the minutes are down and they're bringing up him as a sell and are like, oh, people don't want to sell him. And it's like, yes, why would you? He's still getting 60 odd points every week with 50 minutes. Like, what? Why are you looking to sell him? Obviously, if the minutes stay at like mid 40s, and obviously upcoming to Origin, if he plays Origin, then sure, he could be a sell. You could trade him off to upgrade him to a Tarpany, to a Fanil Blake, or to somebody else in the back row. But fucking, why are you acting like you're a genius for talking about selling? He's averaging 65. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. I'm very happy just to hold him. Like, I really don't get it. But 67 for Corey once again, fantastic. Talked about Egan, 30 points. Our halves, so Cleary, we had the captaincy on, 54 points. I didn't feel comfortable either. I wasn't happy putting the captaincy on Cleary. I got to get out of the fucking mindset of not just going like Terrell May or Payne Haas for that matter. Like, we'll talk about it after we go through the rest of the team. Nico Hines, 78 points. Nico, what do you say about Nico? Obviously, he got the 2 try assists, which was great, but boy, oh boy, the Sharks, that game, that was one of the dumbest performances I've seen from a team in a long time. My God, they kept getting in terrible positions for a field goal. They kept turning possession over. Even the strip penalty at the end, oh my word. I just want to know, did he get like a bunch of negative stats for like the missed drop goals? I'm actually curious about that. So against the Tigers, try assist. Okay, so the missed field goals. Okay, that's nice. At least it's only -1. So I was wondering, because if you go for a field goal and it doesn't like go dead and the ball's still on play, do they just treat it like a kick? But obviously not, because they acted like it was a missed field goal, so it was -1 point. And thankfully, it's not -2 like a missed goal, which makes sense. So he got -3 there. He made so many tackles, 32 tackles, -5 in misses, which is fine. He's still not running the ball much. Not running the ball much at all, really. He had quite a few errors. So, yeah, I mean, Nico Hines, if he gets 2 try assists like that, two clean try assists with line break assists, he's going 100 plus without a doubt. But I'll take the 80. I still think Nico, he's just going to be a set and forget guy for the rest of the season now. Maybe Jerome Hughes might prove to be the better option long term, but I don't know. I think it's one half or the other. Like, I think they can both still go big. I just prefer Nico with the goal kicking, honestly. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Lukey Metcalf, 47. This one, this one tilts me. It could have been, again, similar to last week where I played him for his like 50 odd. It could have been so much more for Lukey Metcalf here. 47 points is like that is a fucking travesty for how well he played. Like the early line break was sensational. He was running the ball. He should have had a fucking try assist, but Leia Tower just decided to fucking just drop the ball over the line. I think there was another one where, yeah, there was a one to the pass to Torpicki was sensational, and it was great work from Torpicki, but of course his foot was just on the fucking line. So that's another like 20 odd points down the gurgler. Like, this could have been a ton for Luke, and even like the intercept he took, fucking, that is a try for all money. But who was it? It was fucking Fletcher Sharp, probably the only guy in the comp that has like the speed off the mark to get to Metcalf in that situation. Of course he rounds him up, and then Metcalf like does his hemi. I'm curious. Like he played. He did go off a little early. He did keep playing though. I'm hoping it's not an actual injury. Hopefully it was just cramp for Metcalf. He's obviously had some nasty hemi issues in the past. So yeah, but this one was, oh my God. He finished on like 50. I couldn't believe it. Like he was so good in this game, but the fact he is like, this one got me. I was like, this could have been a ton easily, but I feel like the hold of Metcalf, I feel like it's been a pretty good anti-pod play to hold him, but it hasn't quite panned out. Like, it's been so close. The last 2 weeks he could have gone big both weeks, but it just hasn't quite gone for him, which is like one of those little moments, dude. One of those little moments turns those like 50s into like 80, 90s, and that's big points, like big points there. But yeah, unfortunately not. Our centre wing was pretty disastrous. So Kiraz with the 53 will take. Marju 49 points, again, you'll take. Like, a lot of people brought him in for that, which is funny. Jackson Purdue 64. This could have been a lot more as well. He fucking, very similar to the Metcalf one. Like, I don't know how he didn't score. Like, fucking Jalen DeGroot came up with one of the try savers of the goddamn year on Purdue, and there was another one where he got run down as well. I was like, what is happening? But then he did get the try at the end. So I mean, I'll take the 64. He's fucking, Purdue is now over 600,000 with a 12 break even. My God, and he looks really like he is their attacking weapon on that left edge. Like he is looking really good. I mean, even the base stats, like I was watching that first half, and like he didn't seem to do that much, and I didn't check the scores until halftime, and I was like, damn, he's gonna be on like 10 points. And then I looked, he was on like 20 points. Like, he made like a decent amount of tackles, like a decent amount of runs. I was like, you know what, like his floor's pretty good, and he has the upside in him. Billy Smith we brought in 35 points. Absolutely robbed. I really don't understand how he didn't get the try assist or in conjunction the line break assist. They gave it to Sia Wong, which is fucking crazy. Like, I honestly have no idea. Like, Smith, granted the pass from Smith wasn't clean. Like, it wasn't a clean pass from him, but he did all the work. Like, he got the ball, he crabbed across field, he created the numbers, and Sia Wong barely laid a finger on it to get the bat across. And then I'm honestly fucking flabbergasted that Billy Smith didn't get the try assist, but it is what it is. I still think Smith was the obvious pickup this week. It didn't work out, but I'm very happy to keep playing him. Like, it's sort of a good thing. Like, 35 points, I feel like people are going to be a bit scared away from playing him. I feel really confident. Like, it just wasn't a game for him, but I feel very confident playing Billy Smith pretty much every week. So it is what it is. Ruben Garrick with a 98 pointer. Like I said, same thing with Ola Kawatu. I wasn't expecting big points, but again, I guess we got lower expectations with the fucking Penrith defensive line, dude. Yeah, they are leaky. So yeah, we'll take a ton from Garrick. Thomas Jenkins, obviously, I wouldn't have minded getting rid of him last week, but it just wasn't on the cards. 30 points. He obviously dropped cash. What is his... He's got a 63 break even. I don't know. I feel like Jenkins, he might just be a guy like... Unless there's someone obvious to go to, I might just hold him for quite a while. You know, he's going to leak a little bit, but he's only 400. Like, he's not going to get super cheap. He'll eventually get some attack, right? Maybe. And then Rob Toya with a 41 we'll take. Again, he's been a slow burn. I feel fine with him. And then our fullback situation, Gutho with a 44, Ponga with a 44. Ponga's 540k. I can't. I can't. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm obviously not selling Ponga. Like, I'm going to keep Ponga till Origin. They've got a good couple of weeks coming up at least, but oh man, I don't even know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about Ponga. Gutho, you know, it is what it is. He's done his job. I think it's time to get rid of Gutho. He's going to have the odd decent score, but I think, yeah, those massive games, they're just so unattainable. Yeah. And then Ryan Pappenhausen, 66 points. Like, dude, fucking... Oh my god, this was very funny. The fact they challenged it, like, the Storm are usually pretty clever with their challenges. That one was crazy because, like, it wasn't even contentious. Like, he clearly went in front of him. Like, it was... I can't believe he challenged it. And, like, he was so lucky not to get sin binned in the first place. I don't really understand why the ref didn't sin bin him originally, because it was if it was a penalty, it was clearly a professional foul. In like what? But then they challenged it and he got sin binned in retrospect. I couldn't believe it. But dude, the captain and vice captain, like, I'm gonna crash out at the at the captains, bro. Like. And especially because this year with the flex position and the way it works with the loop, I was so open to taking the vice captain loop way more often. Obviously not like 60, 70 points. Like, I didn't loop Pappenhausen 66. But honestly, like 90 points, 80 to 90 points, like that would be pretty close to just looping. Usually in the past, like, you'd have to get, like, I don't know, depending on the week, but like 110, 120 would be like, yeah, you probably loop that. But honestly, this year, like 90 points, I was pretty open to it. Bro, we have not nailed like, I don't think we've had a vice captain go over 70 once this whole season, which is crazy. Like, I've never had the chance to just loop a good score. And I just couldn't believe it. After the Pappenhausen shit show, I was really hoping he was going to go big just so I could loop. Like I said, I was so open just to loop my vice captain score this year. It just hasn't happened. I was not confident captaining Cleary. I didn't really have anybody else. I should have just captained Terrell May. I don't even think about it because of the front row aspect, but my man is playing 80 minutes. He's getting through so much work. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not... You don't lose that many points. It's a decent amount. It's probably, I don't know, like 50, 60 plus. With the 118, maybe closer to 60, 70, I think, if you do the maths on it. But, like, it just ruins the weekend, especially with how many big scores. Playing Sandon Smith, bringing in Nico Hines for an 80 felt good. Having Garrick, having Hamole. I mean, our fullbacks were fucking shockers. But, yeah, I just... Oh, boy. I cannot get the captaincy. Oh, but I digress. We still jumped up ranks. I feel pretty happy with the team going forward. So yeah, overall it's still good. We have to fucking get some captaincies going. Obviously, Magic Round coming up this week, which is... It's exciting. it's going to be interesting to, like, you probably, I don't know, like the ground, Suncorp handles it pretty well, but I do think in previous years, I could be totally wrong, but I feel like it's going to be better for scoring earlier, just before the ground gets a bit torn up. So there are some good options. Obviously, we're not going to go through them yet, but looking forward to next week. Manly on the bye. I mean, before we do anything, let's just get Corey in the starting team. Ruben Garrick not as a reserve. That's fine. So what are we looking at doing? We don't have a lot of cash in the bank for once. We've only got 10k, so that makes it a little tricky for Gutho. But oh boy, we still had Jane Campbell sitting on the pine, 700,000. Obviously Tommy Dearden came out and went monstrous. I'm not getting Tom Dearden. I feel like Tom Dearden has a couple of rounds a year where he goes huge, and he does, but he has way too many low scores that I don't. I feel like if you didn't get him last week and got that big 140 odd, I just can't see the merit in getting him now. I could eat my words. Maybe he goes on to go bang, 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 but I don't love it. I'm not going to lie. I really hope Latu Fainu is back this week. Dude, I don't know what's going to happen because obviously Galvin was back this week and the Tigers, I mean, let's be real, the Tigers look so much fucking better with Galvin in the side. He did come up with a couple of poor defensive plays that led to tries, but man, they look so much better with him in the team. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when Fainu comes back in. Does he take the 5'8" spot now? Or because they won, part of me was hoping that they would lose and Galvin, not that he has like a terrible game, but just, average, that they would want to bring Fainu straight back in. I don't know, because I would love to go Campbell down to Fainu, free up like 450k, and then I could splurge because yeah, I'm fine to play Metcalf unless he's injured, and even Fainu if Fainu's starting. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, any other cheap 5'8" we could free up some cash for a bit of a pod play. I mean, I feel like you can go a bit poddish in the 5'8" spot. Is there anybody poddish? An obvious one is Dylan Brown. Like, that'll free up a bit of cash. He's a safe scorer. So yeah, Tommy did in 143. He's got a 5 break even. I mean, granted, he only went up 50k, but like, I can't do it. I mean, let's just look at his scores. 18, 28, 21, 97, 55, 42, and then 143. He's had 2 big ones, but fucking look at the low scores, man. Let's look at last year, because I feel like it's the exact same. Like, he'll finish the year about 550 to 600k. He started pretty well. 65, 66, 70, 51. At 23, 61, 74, 60, 87, 26, 77, 54. I mean, fair. Like, honestly, last year he was actually like not too bad. I can't do it. I just can't bring myself to bring in somebody that's gone 140 the week after. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Obviously, we can see here Robert Darby is a popular pickup. I don't know. We'll talk more about Darby later. Even like a Beau Fermor went massive as well. Like two tries, a try assist. He was killer. But yeah, let's look at the 5'8". Is there anybody of like a pod that we could bring in? Ethan Strange. He's been good lately. He just doesn't have that ceiling of him. AJ Brimson, just a 50-point banger. Adam Dewey with 72. Bring him back. No, I can't. I couldn't. Braden Trindle with a whopping 7 points. My God. How did he score 7? How did he score 7 points? What the fuck did he do? How do you not make like at least 10 tackles? It's so weird. Like, I guess teams just target Hines more defensively, because Trindle must have. What are his stats? So 2 missed field goals. He made 12 tackles, 2 missed tackles, and 3 hit-ups and 2 errors. That is fucking dire, dude. That is dire. Benny Hunt. Benny Hunt at 380,000. Am I fucking insane? Am I insane for thinking Hunt is like... Do you take a little punt on Hunt? Like, am I going crazy? Yeah, you probably are. You probably can't do it. And he probably does play Origin as well, right? Does he? 380,000 is like obscenely cheap for Hunt. Like he's down like... That's crazy. I just... Yeah, the scoring is just not there. And yeah, he's probably the 14 still. I'm like, you could go on Maxi Plath. There's other decent options, but it's probably Ben Hunt still. 380,000 though. That's crazy, dude. KO Weeks. I mean, Blaze Talangi is the guy that I was still half tempted by, but I don't know now. Like, he scored 60 points. That was with a try and a line break. I keep thinking that the Panthers are going to start looking better, and they did the week before, but I mean, he's scoring like 60 every week. I feel like surely his role is like locked in now. Like, you can't Blaze Talangi is a far better player than Jack Cole and Brad Schneider. I don't hate it. They do play the first bye. Obviously, Penrith are going to be missing a bunch, but Talangi might get more involved. 560k. I was gonna look. What are his like? Because the big thing here is if I trade Campbell, it's sort of a free throw at the dartboard, right? Like the 5'8" spot, it is what it is. Why isn't it? There we go. But I more just want to get like a guy who obviously has upside, but it's gonna free up a bunch of cash as well. That's why fucking Hunter 380,000, dude. That's bloody tempting. What do you have? You had a try, 20 in tackles, 7 in missed tackles. That's obviously not good. A couple of tackle busts, a line break. He does run the ball, like he runs the ball a lot, which is good. I don't know. Jerome Luai, 340,000. He's dropped a lot. He's dropped a lot of money. I guess similar to Ben Hunt, but I don't know. I just don't particularly like Luai. I just don't see where the scoring's coming. Matty Burton. I mean, Burton's pretty cheap as well, but he's going to get suspended. So, yeah, you can't go Matt Burton now. Is there anybody else? I mean, Latufanu is the guy. If Latufanu was named for the Tigers at 5'8", he would make things very easy. But yeah, Campbell to maybe a 5'8". I don't fucking know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who to go to if I'm going to trade him. It's just maybe you do just hold him, but 700k. Like I do need to free up some cash. So I think Campbell down to somebody, and then Gutho I think Gutho to Tedesco is the play, honestly. I'm happy enough with the forward pack still. Like, obviously, Egan, even Hubner can go at some point. Our centre wing is fine, but, you know, I'd love to bring in Herbie at some point. Like, Herbie's not going to get, you know, he's not going to get out of reach. Like, he's always about that 700k, bit over, bit below. So I'm not too concerned. We still got plenty of decent plays this week. It's mainly Gutho that I want to get rid of. So, yeah, that's probably going to be the priority. If we look at fullbacks, where are they? Here we go. Yeah, Tedesco. I mean, he did have a high break even, so he only went up 10k, which he's expensive. I was banking on him not going 130 to maybe lose a little bit of cash. Didn't happen, so we do have to free up, you know, 140k, but yeah, I do think it's worth it. I mean, you do have drink water. You could go drinking instead of Tedesco. Do you? I don't think you do. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, the Cowboys have a great run. They miss round 12, but the rest of it is like sensational. I actually think it's a bit of a tough 3 run. I mean, New Zealand, I guess, you know what? I mean, it's all in Queensland, isn't it? I was like, New Zealand at home, but no, it's Magic Round, so it's at Suncorp. Then the Panthers at Queensland Country Bank, Manly. Then miss round 12. Oh boy. I mean, ideally, if we, like, this is the thing, right? If I can go Campbell down to Fainu, I could go Gutho up to like a Tedesco, and then Ponga. I mean, if Ponga's playing Origin, we probably want to get rid of Ponga as well. But if he makes no money, like if he he really needs to have a couple of big weeks, Ponga. He really needs to have a couple of big weeks. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But overall, a good week, just ruined by the fact our captain sucked once again. But looking forward, Campbell down to somebody potentially. Gutho up to a better fullback. Centre wing, yeah, there's guys I would like to bring in, but there's nothing like too egregious yet that we have to do. The back row, I mean, let's have a look at the back row. One guy that I'm fucking annoyed to. I'm annoyed by this one. Is Jeremiah Nanai. Fucking Nanai. 130 points. I was so keen on Nanai. I knew this was going to happen too. Of course he starts this week. I couldn't bring him in. There was no one to trade. I had other trades that I had to do. He starts. He looked really good. Honestly, he was really good in this game. I thought defensively he was strong. He was getting up in the face of a feeder, doing a great job. Attacking wise, he was sensational. I feel like he hasn't necessarily played himself into Origin with that game, but he's every chance now. He starts the next couple of games. He looks good. I think he's every chance to play Origin, and he probably does. So it's like I can't really go him now. And now he's got 130. He's now got a 5 break even. He's going to be up to like mid 600s. Fucking bang. So I'm annoyed because I was so keen on him, but the timing just wasn't right. Both for more. I don't mind. Again, fucking 130. He's now got a negative 18 break even. Like, you could... There's some good pickups, but I think he's every chance to play Origin too. Aaron Clark with a 108. My God. Jackson Ford with a ton. Keon scored okay. Billy Burns, 85 points. Who else have we got? Kick out 68, Safer. Preston got 62. You got that fucking lucky try from bloody Kiraz. Beautiful work. Dylan Lucas with a 63. So obviously people have jumped on. I don't blame you. Like, he was going to make cash. He made 30k, so he's still at a good price. He's now got a 47 break even. He didn't play the full... he played 77 minutes. It's weird he came off in the last 3 minutes. Hopefully nothing was wrong there, but it's a weird one because I would like to bring in Lucas, but I feel like I can't really do it this week again, unless like Latu Finu does get named and we could use a boost, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with team lists. We'll go through the rest of this. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. Hopefully he's had a good week. It was a high scoring round, that is for sure. And yeah, stay tuned for more coming up. Make sure to like and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.